Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful Thursday, Ohio day? So it's supposed to be another warm weather day, mid-40s roughly. We need it. We're melting off a bit, but I'll tell you what, there's some slick spots that freeze up and they'll catch your feet out from underneath you. I almost just ate the dirt in my own personal driveway where the gutters were, running off, melting, and it refroze overnight. So definitely got to keep an eye on them. Anyways, I'm heading to the rental property because I got to meet the utility companies there. Kind of shared a little bit in yesterday's video about the gas being shut off, and it was really just a miscommunication, but on their end of shutting it off, there was some fraudulent stuff detected there from previous owners and or previous tenants, I should say, stuff way before us. So they're a bit hesitant with this location to just be turning utilities back on. So they're making us meet them there so we can show them, hey, I own this facility, and these are my utilities. If the tenant, for some reason in the middle of winter, doesn't pay their gas or electric or whatever, the utilities will automatically kick back to us or you as the owner to keep the utilities on, so that pipes don't freeze and bust like we just ran into. We had a couple pipes bust. Luckily, the room that it busted in was the laundry room in the basement area. And it basically, where it busted, it was just running down the wall and running right into the drain. So it didn't really cause any issues. But this is an issue because now I have to go meet them there to prove to them that we own the actual property. And yeah, we can go from there. Once we clarify this, that we're the new owners, I can show them the paperwork saying that we're the owners. This won't be an issue anymore. This is all previously before us. Basically, tenants were, from the way we understand it, they were putting utilities into their name that they weren't the renters, basically. So you run into some weird stuff whenever you're dealing with rental properties. This is not our first, it won't be our last, but I'll come back whenever we get this squared away, hopefully. So it has not been as productive of a morning as I was hoping. Got stuck at the rental property for about an hour and a half trying to get things to work. And yeah, long story short, the gas furnace is not working. The gas water tank is not working on the right side unit. The left side unit, everything's working fine. We did anticipate having to replace all of this whenever we took it on, but I was hoping that everything would work right now while we're just doing the remodel. Because I was going to do the furnace and everything more towards the end of this because it's going to be expensive. You're talking 2 gas furnaces, 2 gas hot water tanks. Everything has to be done up to code. And yeah, just not cheap by any means. So I was like, hey, nothing I can do about that right now. I made some phone calls to companies that I've worked in the past. And yeah, got them going to come out whenever they get time. But I was like, I'll go to the property and get the firewood stand restocked. Well, I got there. The entire driveway and parking lot is a ice skating ring right now. Like, I went to pull in and the gates literally were probably 6 inches from the front of the truck because I slid and I did not come in very hot. But I slid right up to them. So yeah, long story short, I went ahead and put it in 4-wheel drive and just backed out and left. So been a crazy start to the morning, I'll say it like that. And yeah, I got a gentleman coming from out of state here in a little bit. Hopefully he buys that. Normally if you're driving from another state away to look at something, you're pretty darn interested. You're not coming to kick tires. So all right, guys, so we got a gentleman coming to look at the Yinghe dumper bucket. And he's coming from like 4 hours plus away, so I'm anticipating that he should be pretty darn interested. And I listed it probably like a month ago. Got quite a few calls, a lot of low ballers. You know how online is and whatever whenever you go to sell something. But I wanted to show you guys this real quick because this is how freaking cold it's been and how crazy our winter's been. So check this out. So our concrete always lifts a little bit. Normally we'll maybe get like a 1/2 inch. This is by far the most it's ever lifted. And we got a crack going that way. And yeah, we're just now finally getting a decent thaw off. But I'll tell you what, that has lifted up probably at least 2 inches, 3 maybe. And yeah, that's insane. Insane to say the least. But I'm going to get this pulled out of here. It's a little dusty. Hope you don't mind. It's been sitting in the garage, kind of just in the way at this point. So yeah, it's really simple to control. You just back it on up here. See if I can do it one-handed. Whoop, wrong way. Spin it around here. Boom, boom, boom. It's actually really fun to drive, guys. This thing is... I'm gonna miss it, I'll be honest with you. I will miss it. It's hard to drive one-handed. You need two hands. Anyways, you guys have seen this in action before. It's got the tracks on it. One guy messaged, he was interested in it last week, and he's like, how good will it go through snow? And I was like, honestly, I don't think I've ever had it in snow, but I anticipate with the tracks, it should be just fine. So he was wanting to take it up to his cabin in Alaska and haul firewood. So he said he's got solar and everything. And yeah, long story short, he ended up not coming to get it. But yeah, he had a lot of valuable questions, and I answered as many of them as I possibly could. But I mean, there's just a ton of things for folks that have something like this that you could use it for. He was going to haul firewood up to his cabin, and you know, he's off grid up there. What he was telling me, it has solar panels, he could charge it. But I told him, I said, you know, I charge it, and I very rarely have to charge it again once I charge it for a while. Now, I don't use it as much as most people probably would, but yeah, I mean, it lasts a very, very long time. It's super cool. And yeah, I'm going to miss it if he buys it. So I guess I'll let you guys know if he does buy it. If not, I'll put it back in the garage, and yeah, I'll keep rocking it. So we'll see if we end up selling the Ying here. All right, guys. So we test drove it, ran it. He brought a flatbed. It's from Iowa. He's currently working closer to us. I think he said West Virginia. So we came up with a fair offer. Man got me paid. And we're gonna get him loaded up. I'm gonna honestly miss this thing, guys. You just want it dead center?
Yep, dead center working.
You want it all the way forward?
Go a little bit further forward. About front right here would be great. A little further forward. There we go.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's gonna look pretty cool. You're gonna be getting all kinds of people looking at you on the way back.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be like, this guy hauled this for that. I should have said hauled this on that. That's crazy. All right, got it all secured down. I'm gonna miss that thing, honestly, I am. Hoping he can make that turn. Yep, he got it. Somebody got the mailbox a few weeks ago. Gonna have to put up another new one. All right, there it goes. I believe he said off to West Virginia and then to Iowa. So crazy. From Kentucky, well, from China to Kentucky, Kentucky to Ohio, Ohio now to West Virginia to Iowa.